All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Had a good evening. All things was good. David Howard, good morning. Platinum Alkaline Water, good morning. Jose Lopez, Mr. Chestnut. Always good to see you. Marquis, what's going on? Kentrell LeGroux. Thanks, the boxing fan. Windy City Assassin. Mike Kirkland, what's going on, man? Man. So we're going to talk about some stuff today, man. What's going wrong, man? What's going wrong, man? Why aren't we getting the fights? I don't understand. I need for you guys to call in and explain this to me. We've got a guy with billions of dollars, unlimited amount of money. We have great fighters. The great fighters sign and partner with the guy with billions of dollars. What's going on, Desmond Keemer? But yet and still, we can't get big fights. We can't get several of the biggest fights, the actual biggest fights. You know, the fights that fit the definition of a big fight because they're going to sell a lot and make a lot of money. We don't get those type of fights. Why? At least not out of Terence, Crawford, Boots, and Shakur Stevenson after they went to the zone. Terence Crawford looks like he's going to have back-to-back fights that people ain't particularly interested in. What's going on, John Henry? You got Shakur going to fight on an undercard. For Bivol Beterbiev. Harris, 215 Harris, 2025. Yeah, that's what's up. So you're voting for, what's going on, Adrian Molina? So you're getting ready to vote for Kamala? Desmond Keemer, much respect to you. I think I said that before, but I see the comment again, so let me say that. Well, let me wait for people to come on into the building. But I would like to get you guys explanations as to why that is the case. Why do you believe that that's the case? Crazy boxing is drying up in the U.S. No, Carl Dickinson, I don't think boxing is drying up in the United States. There's been a lot of good fights going on in the United States. It's the inability of them to get the fights for those three fighters. Terence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, and Jaron Ennis. I know the answer to it. I'm just interested. At least I have an opinion as to it, as to the cause of it. But I don't think boxing is drying up in the United States. There's been a lot of good fights. We've had a bunch of good fights. Actually, I think this year in boxing has been pretty good in the United States for boxing. That's the way I've seen it. Easy number one, what's going on? But we'll wait for some more people to get into the building before we do that. I am putting links in the chat early because I don't know how long I'm going to stay on today. But we're going to wait till, the usual suspects all get in the building. Then we'll have a good time. Here's the link, though. I want to chop it up with you guys today. But since I'm not planning on being on more than 2 hours, really, on this Super Chat Thursday, hopefully we can get it in 2 hours. That's why I tried to be on time today. Case the Beast says, salute, my bro. Do you think Shakur is ducking Tank by talking with Eddie Hearn? No, I don't. I don't think the fight was going to happen next. I'll give it 2 fights before I say that that's a duck. But honestly, I'm trying to be optimistic too. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm not trying to cast aspersions on people lightly because I don't really like all that duck talk. I think a lot of people are accused of ducking when they haven't done it. What's going on, D-Dop? I think a lot of people are accused of ducking when they're not actually ducking, to tell you the truth. So I don't think Shakur was going to fight Gervonta next anyway. So the fact that he fought somebody that I don't want to see him fight, that doesn't change that into a duck, because I don't think Gervonta was going to fight him next either. Let me find out, Shakur, a part of your frat. Franz Kafka, let me tell you something. If he was a member of my frat, he would just still be whooping your ass. Mike Kirkland, thank you for the support on Super Chat Thursday. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support, man. How have you been, Mike? Haven't seen you on the channel in a while, man. But I hope you're doing well, sir. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. If he was part of my frat, he'd just be whooping your ass. It'd just be another member of my frat whooping your ass. I can't lie, though, dude. He does have the look. He does have a Nooply look about him. He most definitely does. I have to make that observation. He does have a Nooply look about himself. I mean, it is. He does. I'm just telling you that's the truth. He has an alpha-ish. He is more of a no. He's got an alpha era. No, his aura is that of an alpha. No, Terence Crawford's an alpha. I can tell you, if you want me to tell you what fraternity people belong in that are fighters, black fighters, I'll tell you. I can definitely tell you. Them Negroes a bunch of alphas. Them dudes a bunch of alphas. Hey, what's up, Carl? How can I help you, man?
Good morning, sir. Good morning for 9. I'm on my way to work. I'll be trying to, I ain't gonna be able to stay on too long, but you know what I mean. But I'm on my way to work. I just thought I'd, check in with you. But what's the topic today?
Man, we just talking about why Terence Crawford boots and Shakur Stevenson can't get fights. And is it a battle between
for now, you get a lot of love on a lot of.
All right, come on back. I'll get back with you. Come on back when you get in a better error. Your reception's not good. Nah, for real, man. They be like some alphas, bro. Hey, I can tell you who all them dudes are if you want me to tell you. I'll tell you who all they. I got a good personality radar for that. Because it is personality driven. People don't think it is personality driven, but it is personality driven. In large part, it's personality driven. Some people can be, everybody's got a different personality, but in a kind of a broad, general, naturally happening way without anybody telling you, it does kind of break up into personalities. Fanon, which frat be rolling their necks with their tongues out? Who is that? That would be the Bulldogs. That would be the Yale Bulldogs. That would be the Yale Bulldogs. Actual dog themselves and the people that go to that damn school. But are you talking about, this? That's the cues, though. That's the cues. Carl Brown, how can I help you, man?
Yeah, my bad. For now, I was just leaving my daughter daycare, and when I get around, I connect to their Wi-Fi, and then when I leave, it be disconnected. So that's probably why I just got kicked off. Well, the internet started messing up. But you can hear me clear?
I can hear you perfectly well, man.
Okay. All right. So, I was saying, what topic we on? What topic we on today? And yo, wait. Back, my bad, Fanon. You get a lot of love on a lot of people's channel, man. Just off your knowledge alone, man. Just off of what I hear people say about you. Man, Fanon, yo, come on, man. A lot of people got a lot of love for you, man. A lot of people start saying your name and check other people's channels. For real, man. I be around.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Carl. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah, man. You definitely top dog. I mean, if you're not top dog, you definitely up there, man. Cause I've seen you on numerous channels that people compare, actually sit the name, compare your stuff to the stuff that they say. And I think you get checked just off of that alone. They don't got checked just off of that alone. Like, nah, you definitely top notch.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Well, what's on your mind? Because you're still kind of breaking up.
Oh, can you hear me now?
A little bit, man. You're breaking up. So
Well,
go ahead,
look,
man. You got to make it quick because you're breaking up.
All right, well, look, I heard you say you're going to be on about like 2 hours. I'm on my way to my house anyway to get my headphones. I know you can hear me clear on that, so I'm going to jump back on.
All right, man. Bet. Man, Mike Kirkland, thank you, brother. Look, man, we got some huge supporters over here in the Cash App. Thank you. Support for the oh, that's yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? That's yesterday. I didn't miss that. Hey, support. Oh, 10 yesterday at 10. Thank you so much. 10:15 a.m. yesterday. Thank you so much. Mike Summer, that's huge, bro. Thank you so much, man. Said black boxing and truth. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Summers. They're not trying to lose that L and get treated like the rest of us with the L on their record. Who is actually talking about, Kentrell? Shakur just out here like being a whole. No, look, man. Here's the thing. There really is a blockade, man. I think we're going to talk about there's a blatant blockade going on here, man. But it's one that's existed already, not that something that was put up there in a fake way. Bro, look, you got a lot of guys that's paying people to get people's names on their card. They're not really having really big fights, like important fights. Well, you know, some of them are. But the ones that these guys are fighting in, they just want the name and they want the entree into the American market. And they're literally are getting what Gervonta Davis said. They're getting the guys that are the B-sides. And so you got very dating. And even though Boots is not a B-side, you know, they're not B-sides in the fights that they have. I'm talking about like the relationship between the promoters. It really does seem like 147 is locked up and these dudes are going to, I don't think Boots is going to get a fight. Is probably not going to get a fight with these guys. Say a phenomenal show said, hey, Uncle Al is back. That new article is fire. Yeah. You know it. We talk about it. Yeah, man. You be on it, man. What is this? What's happening here? That's hilarious. Hey, look. When y'all click the link, you got to already know what we're talking about. Please. Jameson Childress, what's up, man? How you feeling, man? Good morning. What's going on, Martinez Golden? Oh, okay. Yes, sir. I'll check the PayPal. Thank you, man. Actually, oops, you know what? I forgot to do something. Well, I didn't forget to do something. I'm going to change my mind about doing something. Give me 1 second. Man, I might do this. Nah, let me stay. Let me stay. Let me separate this. It's hard. I didn't show this live stream on MH Blackwell today because I'm trying to break that up. Bro, who left this? Hey, man, my guy. Hey, Mitch the Fit. What is it? Mitch the Fit. Oh, that's just hilarious. Said you need to start saying no bad reception and having people talk and have something to talk about. People getting in looking like surveillance footage. Yeah, they are. Are our guests still coming in? Oh, they're supposed to. Supposed to. I'm about to go send this link. It's oh yeah, that's right. That's right. They're supposed to. We'll see though. Control, so you're right. Turkey and these B-side fighters stealing UK bums and losing a lot of money in every event. Yeah, man. But look, yeah. I just am so amazed that article that came out yesterday about how the Saudi Arabia was pulling out of their money. They were going to stop investing so much in things outside of Saudi Arabia. Did you not find it amazing how very little you heard about that in the majority of boxing conversations yesterday? Do you remember how you heard an article all the time about how often you heard about Showtime going out of business or Viacom buying, one company buying another and the effect of that on the value of the Showtime and the PBC? Don't you find it really, really interesting that you don't hear that? You used to hear all of that, but after we do that, I did that video and I talked about that subject. You didn't hear about that from anybody else. It's almost like that they don't find that information very interesting. And isn't it amazing? Y'all just know that Al Haymon is coming to reclaim the throne. Hey, man, this is fun, though. Hey, phenomenal show. And my guy, Phoenix the Assassin, said it's a beautiful day in the haterhood for hating on non-selling fighters. Yes, it's time. Yes, it's time. Man, you wildin', man. Man. Oh, I did get up to date on the YouTube drama, too. Windy City Assassin said no one talked about it but you. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, huh? It's pretty amazing. But yet I'm the only one that has the reputation for not only talking about a couple topics. Yeah, they tried to sweep that shit under the rug. First, you can't afford Canelo. Then you couldn't afford Canelo or didn't want to pay Canelo. Let me put it that way, because they can afford it if they want to spend the money. Let's be very clear. I want to be very clear in what I'm saying. They can afford it if they want to spend the money. But that money ain't coming out of Turkey's pocketbook, is what I was telling you the whole time. Franz Kafka in the building. What's going on, man?
Salute, my brother. How you doing?
Hey, look, dude. Yale dudes can't say brother.
Bro, I'm a Jamaican man before anything else.
Hey, man, Jamaican.
I can say brethren. I can say my youth. I can say whatever I want, Fanon. And you are my brother.
Say something else, please, on this channel.
Do you want me to say brother? Does that sound better, brother?
Yeah, it sounds more natural to you, brother.
Nah, I like saying brother.
You sound like a hard R type of Negro.
Oh, whoa, man.
Negro.
Whoa. Anyway.
Go ahead, man. Oh, what's up, man? What's on your mind? You know I'm just messing with you, man. I respect your game.
I know, I feel you.
Yeah, exactly. Vibe for a half Jamaican, half hater.
I'm very disappointed in Shakur, Fanon.
Damn, we not dude. Are we talking about what?
No, well, I know this is not the topic, but I'm very disappointed in Shakur because
you just gonna come spread some random hate.
It's not random, Fanon. This man was going in on a female boxer. Who does that? Who takes the time out of their day to hate on a female fighter if they're supposed to be this amazing, you know? And I believe he's very talented. I believe Shakur is very talented, but
you would do it in a second if it suited you.
No, I would not. I would not hate on no woman. I would not hate on no woman for no, especially not Mia Ellis. I would not hate on Mia Ellis. You crazy? And he want to talk about how she lost her. What he said in the past 7 fights she already lost 3. What the hell that mean? What does that even mean? I'm sorry,
it means
man.
she lost 3 fights out of 7.
But why are you talking about her? If someone is let's say, okay, if me and you have a quarrel, Fanon, is it respectable for me to reach out and start talking about your family, your kids, your wife, whoever is around you? That's dumb.
Yo,
That's
what
corny.
Does this got to do with what we talking about, man? You just randomly hating on this dude for out of the ring. Who is he talking about? Give me the background on this.
Okay, so when Kenny Ellis decided to post that Shakur was about to fight whoever he's about to fight, Shakur's reply was, "You need to focus on your daughter because she has lost 3 of her fights in the past 7 fights."
He said that to the guy Kenny Ellis who told him that he wants to see his blood on a rag.
Fanon, if I'm telling you I want to see your
Didn't
blood
Kenny
on a
Ellis
rag,
tell Shakur Stevenson to his face that he wants to see his blood on a rag?
Yes, he did.
These are grown ass men. They can take it, man.
I'm just saying, I think that's extremely corny. I would never go attack no woman. Just if me and another man are having a quarrel, I'm not gonna go attack a woman. That's very feminine. That's very feminine.
Okay, we weren't talking about this just random ass hate of Shakur Stevenson, bro. You just took the whole conversation there.
Well, I love to hate on Shakur.
Yeah, I know, but I like to stay something near on topic and not make the live stream disjointed. So you just jumping up here just to hate randomly on random ass topics. Can we bring it a little bit closer to the topic, sir?
All right. I'll bring it closer.
Yeah, you like kill the momentum, man. I'm flowing, and all of a sudden you say, "Fuck your flow." I'm just gonna talk bad about Shakur.
Okay. And anyways, King of the B-sides, Turki Al Sheik. Is that our topic?
I mean, yeah, that's really kind of where we are. Yeah.
All right, I got you. So we see what Crawford did. We see how Crawford killed Errol Spence's purse. We see how Crawford is now Crawford has decided to dry up all of the Saudi fund because he wants to get paid more than everybody else. Apparently, he feels like he deserves.
Now I need for you to go read some news. I'm gonna holler back at you, dog. You out here making shit up. Okay, now you just out here making shit up. So let's stop the making shit up portion of the conversation. Please, I need for you to evolve the participation of your channel in the channel beyond just talking bad about Shakur Stevenson, man. Okay, I let you do it every day.
I talk bad about Bud. I talk bad about.
I got you. I
talk bad about Devin.
Thank you. I got you. You are a well-known Ivy League hater ass.
It don't stop or it don't start at Shakur for now. But Shakur right now, he just bringing it on to himself. He's just like a hate magnet.
All righty. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. Get back. That student debt hating. Oh, Lord. Oh, that Ivy League. Ooh, that Ivy League is expensive. Shit is expensive. That Ivy League is expensive. Gilbert Jimenez said, "Good morning, Martin, and everybody in the chat. Good morning to you. Ninjas burdened with unnecessary debt can hate, right? Can't hate, right? Hey, look, man. Woo-wee. That student loan debt, man. That's why you got to have good school, good grades in school." Fanon does not feel this conversation. Well, Deion Davey, let me tell you. Let me talk to you for a second, Dion. I've been inflicted with something that prevents me from wanting to do that, called maturity and being a damn grown-ass man. I can only listen to so much of the same joke so many times. And look, dude, you're not a dude. I'm sorry. Supreme Channel said, let me help you. Let me help you up out of here. Since this is trash, let me eject you from the trash. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough on me hearing that. Even though the general point about the fight for Shakur, it's a valid point because the fight sucks. It really does. It really, really does. And it was highly predictable too. It's highly predictable that this was going to happen. Because again, it's happened to 3 people. You have Jaron Ennis's next fight is literally the worst fight that could be made in boxing. I don't think that there is a worse fight in boxing than the fight that got made for Jaron Ennis. I really think that if I was asking, what fight would be the fight that I want to see the least for Jaron Ennis? Like, what do I want to see the least? Oh, a rematch with Karen Kukadjian. That would be the fight that I would literally say the last fight that I want to see. And that's the fight that they're giving us. That is the worst fight. I mean, that's the worst fight. That's the worst fight that you could possibly make for him. And the reason we know it is because we've seen it already. That was a horrible fight. That was a horrible fight. I mean, stylistically, it's a horrible fight. And if Terence, now the risk in the fight is that Karen Kukadjian really comes in and fights Jaron and surprises him. Boots has something to prove. It's silly. Has something to prove. What do you mean? He has some. Dion David, what do you mean he has something to prove? It's silly. Boots has something to prove. Man, I don't know if he's going to be able to prove it fighting that dude. That crap looks terrible. That looks like a terrible fight to me. Just to be honest, that looks like a terrible fight to me. There's going to have to be some major. Oh, I know what I did. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I got to send this link to somebody. Mitch. All right. Hey, Newt, when it's all said and done, like I said before, people will see that the move that Matchroom was going to be a bad one for Boots. Man. I mean, I'm telling you, man, if they're not able to deliver for him, I hope he's getting a lot of money, like in big checks. And then when the timing's right, he can get to something where we're going to be able to see him fight somebody. Man, like all of those guys are kind of hiding their lights in a bushel. Come on, man, Bison Hacker. Yes, yeah, true. If Karen surprisingly wins, would be wild as hell. Let's see what adjustments both fighters made from here for the first fights. Boxing hacker, you just want to disagree with me. I'm thoroughly convinced that you just say something just so you can disagree with me. Why do I need to see what adjustments they make? It was a garbage ass fight. The first fight was literally the most garbage fight that I've seen. It was terrible. That dude does not deserve another fight with Jaron Ennis. Not after he fought the way he fought the first time. Come on, man. That shit is terrible. That's a terrible fight. I don't know of a fight that's more terrible than that. Just being honest. I don't know of a fight that's more terrible than that. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. I don't know if it's Hearn or it's just the way boxing works, and people aren't able. You're not able to really get past it like you think you can. You know. My bad. I thought Karen was the other man Boots fought. Was the other man that he fought? What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not sure. You saying if you thought he was somebody like Romy and Villa or somebody else that Boots fought? Karen Kukadajian is the guy that Boots fought. The older guy that he fought. Oh, okay. Nah, he's not that older. He's not that much older. Yeah, Karen Kukadajian was that fight where the dude just ran the whole fight. Why didn't Kerr want to fight Muratalla, who's been calling him out? I don't know why Kerr didn't want to fight Muratalla. It doesn't look like he was offered Muratalla unless Muratalla is over there with Matchroom. What's Muratalla? Over there with Golden Boy? Or Muratalla with ESPN or Top Rank? What's Muratalla with? Muratalla with Top Rank? I think he may have been with Top. I think he may be with Top Rank. Top Rank, thank you, Phenomenal Show. Top Rank, yeah, he just left Top Rank. That's why. Bob Arum wasn't paying him $3 million. He knew what he was getting paid for Raymond Muratalla. He would have probably gotten more money for Lomachenko. But anyway, who you think Keyshawn Davis is fighting, Fanon? Did he already beat Richard Comey? Did he already beat Richard Comey? Let me know. Did he beat Richard Comey? If he hasn't beaten Richard Comey already, I'll suspect maybe Richard Comey. Somebody like that. I don't know. Is Richard Comey still fighting? I don't think he's hung it up yet. Somebody, hey, what's going on? DJ OC in the place to be, spinning on them ones and twos. What's going on? Kerr and Loma look like they wanted to go at it. Yeah, Lomachenko's kind of froggy, man. I think Lomachenko's batted. I think he'll really throw them hands, man. Here's this link. Somebody, I'm sorry, man. I think that was. Hold on one second. Let me do something. Malik Yacha, I see you, Phoenix the Assassin said I can make a case that Kerr fight may not suck bad. Oh, okay, come on. I like it. I think it's gonna suck bad. Oh, I don't think it's gonna suck bad. I think he's gonna beat that boy up. It may actually be an exciting fight, but it's still a mismatch. Gabrielle Williams said, greetings from Ridgeland, South Carolina. I think Boots cuts off the ring this time around, but I'm with you. Horrible fight making. Yeah, like I've already seen it. But yeah, okay, well, we'll see. Now that they make the fight, we will see all the things that Boxing Hacker talked about. Phoenix the Assassin, how can I help you, sir?
I don't want to see nothing Boxing Hacker talked about. Dang. But nah, asking what happened with Terence, Boots, and Shakur, man. Like Boots, man, like he ain't really in the same position as Shakur and Crawford as far as all this stuff they got going on with Turkey goes. Like Boots is still in a position where he could market himself and kind of build on something and maybe become like a big draw. You know, I mean, like he had a good showing in his last fight in his hometown, which I think was good for him. But for like Terrence and Shakur, like they've reached a point where they basically peaked, I think, because Terrence, like it took too long for him to actually get to that point, considering, all the accolades he has, undisputed in two weight classes, and now he's in his fourth weight class at 154. Like the point that he's at right now, like should have been the point that he was at like around the time maybe he got his first world title, but like just never built on that and wasn't marketed right. So now it's like I said before, I think he's at the point where he wants to get that one last payday that he feels he should have been had like who knows how long ago, and then call it quits. That's the situation I feel he's in because he's never had that. And then for Shakur, he had a good thing going, but he just keep digging and digging and digging a hole for himself. So like right now, this fight that he got coming up is perfect. Like it is if there were ever a fight that I could say was literally tailor made for someone, it would be this one right here for Shakur. Because dude was knocked out by someone with only 7 knockouts in 21 fights that he won. So Shakur don't have no excuse to not be aggressive, right? And he's coming up from 130. So Shakur shouldn't have any worry about the dude's power at all. And he shouldn't have any hesitancy to be aggressive and come forward in the fight. Like that's what this fight is for Shakur. On top of that, the fact that his opponent got a low knockout rate too, like Shakur shouldn't have to worry about defense too much at all either. So he shouldn't be running around the ring. That's one of the things where it's like, okay, if you have something like this laid out for you to succeed, and then you don't come out and succeed, at that point, you know, where do you go from there? Because for him, I think he's at a point where if he doesn't do well in this, he's gonna be on undercards like damn near the rest of his career. Because the guys at 135, so he having trouble with them. And not just that, but he kind of rehydrates the same as Haney. Like you seen a few months ago when he was on that, I forget what live stream he was on. He looked like he was maybe 180, sitting there on that video call with that dude. So it's like if he
Terrence?
outgrows this, no, Shakur.
Shakur. You think Shakur was 180?
Man, he would looking a lot bigger.
That's big. That's a little big, bro. That's a
He would
little
look
big.
he would looking bigger. But man, like if he outgrow this weight class, he in the same situation as Devin because like at 147, those guys are going to be able to take punches better and they're going to be throwing back harder. So right now, Shakur is in basically a tough spot. Like this right here for me is his do or die fight because after what happened with De Los Santos, after what happened with Haratunian, like to be a world champion and you fighting a guy that's not even in the top 10 in your weight class for the belt, right? That's crazy. I know everybody want to talk about Tank's resume and say that his is the worst. But like I said before, like I was curious about this, so I actually went back to look up the shit. At the time that Tank fought each person since he fought Pedraza, they were either a champion or they were ranked in the top 10. People wanted to say like Shakur has had title defenses against mandatories and defended. Nah, he didn't. The first title he won, he vacated. He didn't even defend it. He moved up to 130. Whenever he won that title at 130 before unifying with Oscar Valdez, I mean technically you could say that was a defense, but it was a unification bout. And then after that, against Conceição, he didn't even get to defend him because he lost all the belts on the scale. And then he moved up after that. So Shakur ain't had no title defenses for real, and ain't fought no mandatories yet. Yeah, he's been unified, but I mean, shoot, where are them defenses at? And then at the same time, like now he's coming in and fighting the type of opposition he's fighting. Like I think Edwin De Los Santos was the highest ranked person he's fought, apart from Yoshino. I think Yoshino might have been ranked pretty high up there because that was a title eliminator bout for the WBC. That's why Shakur was named mandatory in the first place. So I didn't look at what Yoshino was ranked at that time, but Yoshino and Edwin De Los Santos, who was ranked number 6 at the time Shakur fought him, those are the two highest people he's fought since going to 135. And now he's fighting Joe Cordina, who at this time at 135 is ranked number 13. And at 130, I don't even know what he was ranked there. So Shakur can't come out and look impressive in this fight. If he looked the same in this fight as he did against De Los Santos and Arutunian, I don't want to hear nobody talk about what he gonna do in the ring with Tank, because it ain't gonna make no damn sense if he can't look impressive against a guy who's literally tailor made for him. This is like,
Hey, I gotta. Hey, let me get these couple guys. Are you gonna be okay for a second? Because there's a couple.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I'll still be listening. But that was the last thing I was gonna say. That yeah, this is tailor made for Shakur, and he need to get his head out here wherever it is, and come out and do something.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Get back with you. Tunnel Vision said, and I see you, Malik Yachai and Kenneth Wyatts. Ennis and Shakur are about to have a major drop in their stocks. The move to the zone matchroom will ensure them never reaching their full potential. I mean, if they get their act together, they got to find some way to deal with. They got to find some way to deal with the PBC, because those guys aren't really good at building fighters. They're getting fighters that other people built. But hey, moving him and having these dudes fight in these different areas, as long as they wind up being profitable, it could happen. But I think they're operating at a loss. Boxing Hacker says Shakur is a defensive boxer. He's going to fight his fight, saying he shouldn't worry about the opponent's power. That's exactly how you get upset. Malik Child, what's going on, man? I can't hear you on mute. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, sir.
Good morning, man. Heading into work, man, but I had to chime in a little bit. Now, before I start talking, please understand that I am defending a sucky fight. So these comments do not reflect my boxing knowledge. So I want to get that out of the way. And I do think that Shakur brought all this on himself by calling out Tank so many times and whining so hard and then not fighting him. That's kind of you kind of brought some of this on yourself. But this fight may not be as bad as we think it will be. If you look at the guy's last fight, he got knocked out, yes. But if you examine how he got knocked out, they were in the clinch, and on the break, he got hit with a punch behind the ear, and he just was never right after that. Now, I'm not saying he's a great fighter, and I do think that this fight is tailor-made for Shakur, but it may be more exciting than we think it is, because you got to examine how he was knocked out. And he was knocked out because in that first round, I believe, they were breaking up, the refs had break, and the guy caught him with a punch with his hands down right behind the ears, and you could tell his legs were never right after that, and then he got knocked down about 2 or 3 more times, and they called the fight. So it may be better than what we think. I'm feeling a sucky fight, but I'm trying to get lemonade instead of squirt the lemons in my eyes. If that's fair.
Yeah, that's very fair, man. That's fair. I understand, man.
On that one.
At least it's a good. He's on a good card. The main event for the fight is
good. Yeah, man. But all
right, let me get back, man.
Yeah. And somebody said it was co-main. It is not co-main. It is not a co-main fight. So he's falling a lot, but it's all good, bro.
All right, man. Get back, sir. Peace. Kenneth Wyatts, how can I help you? How can I help you, sir?
I'm good, man. Top of the morning, man.
Top in the morning, sir.
That's us. My thing is, I mean, we was talking about the Shakur, and I was thinking about. You remember they was talking about the four kings. Shakur came later. You know what I
Right.
mean? Talking about Devin, T.O., what was it, Ryan and Tank. Now the only one really standing
Devin,
is Tank.
T.O. Yeah. Tank, Devin, T.O., and Ryan. Yeah, those are the
Yeah.
four.
And they was talking about really Devin was going to be the one that stand out because he was the one running his mouth all the time. But now Tank is the only one standing out that's still left, really. You know what I mean? Now here comes Shakur. My thing is with Shakur, in my opinion, I think he should have stayed with Top Rank. I really do. You know what I mean? Because he chasing now and he's saying he want to chase the bag. At first he started off he want to be greatness. He want to start the chase the greatness. But now that he see Tank getting all this money and Tank then switch the nerve, now he want to be the greatness. You know what I mean? I think it's too late for that. I ain't saying it's too late for the money, but it's not gonna come as fast like Tank came. You know what I mean? He going backwards, man. You know what I mean? I think he should have just stayed with Top Rank and eventually them fights would have came. You know what I mean? But now that he with this Turkey dude, man, oh man. I mean, I think he just making matches that don't even fit for real. You know what I mean? He really don't. You know what I mean? And I think Shakur team really ain't ready for him to see Tank yet because I'm not gonna be long. But one thing Kenny said, he said that how can Shakur get himself out of trouble if he down on the card behind Tank when he don't got no power? So it's not a 50-50 fight. And I realized what he was saying, you know what I mean? Tank can get himself out of trouble at any time. Shakur can't do that. You know what I mean? So I think Shakur just need to, man. I mean, I want the fight too, but he not ready for that fight. You know what I mean? He not ready for that fight, man. They talking too much. He not like Floyd. Because if he was like Floyd, what Floyd do to get on top? He took everything Oscar gave him. You know what I mean? I don't care if it was 5 million, 4 million. If he think he can beat Tank, man, go take that 5 or 6 million. You know what I mean? If you really think
Hmm.
you can beat Tank, I would, and just to get on top. That's what Floyd did with Oscar. You know what I mean? To defeat Oscar to get on that throne, he said, I accept everything Oscar gave me, even the damn nail to the gloves. You know what I mean? And he went in there and handled his business, and that's how he became on top. So that's what I think Shakur should do. If he want that fight with Tank that bad, take what he gonna offer and do what you say you're gonna do. You know what I mean? You say you're gonna shock the world. You know what I mean? But I doubt it though. You know what I mean? Because I'm sitting right down here not too far from Upton because I'm representing Baltimore. And I definitely ain't going against Tank. But yeah, man, that's my you know what I mean, my little opinion for Shakur, man. I think he should have stayed with Top Rank because Eddie Hearn and them, man, they don't got no fighters over there to fight Boots and them. You know what I mean? Unless he's going to do something, I don't know. But that's based about what I wanted to say, man. You have a nice one, though, man.
Hey, man, you as well, sir. All right,
Already.
man. Get back, Mr. Wise. Always a pleasure to speak with you, man. T. Lawrence Gray. Can I see your face real quick behind? You don't have to show everybody else, dog, but I need to see you. Okay, there you go. All right, man. That's funny. You look like somebody. All right, I see you. Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Did you not
Like,
think I was real or my name kind of crazy?
no, man. When somebody doesn't show their face, I don't know them. Some people get up here and do real wild things.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
so
I
yeah,
was,
like if I see your face, then I know I seen who you are, and I feel like you're not gonna do something that's wild just for attention to the audience. Like dudes
okay.
have showed their Johnson, all kind of shit.
Wow.
So yeah, I just wanted to see your face before I brought you up.
No,
What's
that's
on
cool.
your mind, man? Hey, real quick though.
Yeah.
Boxing hacker missed the point like Devin missed that punch. Get your processing speed up, buddy. Hey, and Mr. Childress said, hey, for Super Chat Thursday, thank you, man. Thank you, Mr. Childress. Thank you for the $20 holler. And for real, Super Chat Thursday is big to the channel. So thank you, everybody that supports monetarily on Thursdays. help the channel go. It's a big fundraising day. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Hey, I just think Shakur Stevenson is going to be a forever B fighter at this point. I think now with him getting with Turki, this is about just getting some money in his pocket. I don't see him fighting Tank. He's not going to survive against Tank. So that's a situation that I don't think is ever going to happen.
Yes, sir. What do you think is going to happen for him?
Answer that one more time. I'm sorry.
What do you think will happen for him?
For Shakur, he's going to be a forever undercard. Like he's always going to be in a situation where he'll be the next fight before the main event. He's just not exciting. I like Shakur. He got skills, but he's not must-see TV. Like there's some fights that you gotta see. Like if Terence Crawford or if Tank's fighting, those are must-see TV guys. Shakur's not like that. He's good. He's got great skill, but he's not must-see TV. And even this fight, he should be happy that he's on the undercard for a better beat Evan Bivol. Like it's gonna be a lot of eyeballs on that undisputed fight. So people will get to catch him, but he has to be spectacular in that fight. Like to me, if he wants to ever be a main event attraction, pay-per-view type guy, not ESPN, he's got to knock this guy out on the undercard for Bivol better Bivol. I just don't see it happening.
Okay, hey man, well we'll see. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man, for your input,
Right,
man.
Hey, yo, and one more thing. Terence Crawford is still pound for pound best. And I want to see him campaign at 154. I think the Canelo fight is out of the question.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I agree with you on that. All right, man. Get back, sir.
All right, take it easy.
Yes, sir. Leon Jones, thank you, man. Said, hey, for the great content, like always. Thank you, Mr. Jones. Appreciate you, man. Oh, man, I heard that was a split draw for Jared Hurd versus Jason Rosario. That's a good result for both of them. Glad to see that neither one of those dudes lost last night. Shakur is a forever on undercard, not a pay-per-view as the main event. We'll see. He'll get it. I think he'll get it eventually. El Chapo, what's up, man? He said, I believe Shakur is taking this gimmick fight in an attempt to build his market value so he can get more money at the table with Tank. Well, I hope he gets a knockout. I will tell you that for sure. I definitely hope he gets a knockout. Definitely hope he gets a knockout. We need that. We need that. I need that because I like Shakur. I want to get a big fight in, man. We need another big fight like Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. That's a big fight. You know what I mean? That's a big fight. These definitions for big fight just move people's definitions just move all over the place. I never heard in my life how a big fight can lose money. I never heard of that before. That's like a broke, successful business. I have never heard of that. Like, how we now live in a time where you can lose a ton of money, but really that's a good thing. Oh, that was a huge success. We lost $1 billion. Whoopee. What? What? Did you make any money to get your money back anywhere? No. We just lost it. But we are really, really happy with it. Carl, how can I help you?
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
I'm well, sir. How are you?
Just working a little bit, got to chime in, though, show a little love.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you for the content every day.
Oh, man, no problems, man. My pleasure.
I want to ask you if Shakur, if he wets the bed in this fight, what does that mean for him?
You just broke up a lot.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was saying if Shakur wets the bed in this fight, what does that mean for him?
If he wets the bed in this fight?
Yeah, like if he does a good job or he doesn't get the KO. What do you think that means for him
what does it mean?
going forward?
If he doesn't look good, if he loses,
yeah,
it means he is massively overrated. If he loses, he's massively overrated because he lost to a terrible, like no way in the world should he lose to that dude. If he has any
Right.
problem with that dude, then he's overrated. If he knocks him out,
Okay.
I think I expect him to knock him out because the dude isn't a big puncher. He's gonna be there. Shakur's probably gonna walk him down.
Yeah. And didn't he move up in weight after getting? Didn't he get knocked out and move up in weight?
Yeah.
The guy that Shakur's fighting? Yeah, okay. I
Yes.
wasn't sure about that, so I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Yes.
All
Joe
right.
Cordini. Yeah, that
Yes.
did just happen to Joe Cordini.
Okay.
Yes, it
Well, I
did.
just wanted to chime in, show some love, man. Show some
I
support.
appreciate
Thanks.
you, man. Thank you. I appreciate
And
it.
no problem.
Yeah, he just
I'm
lost
still here.
to Kasi in Saudi Arabia on the undercard of Alexander Usyk Tyson Fury. He lost.
Okay. I thought I had seen him before, but I wasn't sure, so I just had to make sure.
Yeah. It was an upset knockout loss.
Right. Okay.
All right, man. Get back. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Hey, no worries, man. I appreciate those are kind words. P. Griffo say you have an honorable platform that's safe for so-called casual fans, although casual fans pay the pay-per-views we've been watching since Ali Frazier. Yeah. I mean, look, if you're on this channel, I don't think you're casual. Casual is just some raggedy ass insult people try to throw at people to make them feel bad because you don't know every fact. But boxing is so multifaceted that you can't know everything about any of it. Like, you don't know, the people that really, really know the business don't know inside the ring. And the people that are inside the ring really, really, really don't know most times the details of the deals and how to negotiate the deals and all of that. Right. And then some people don't know how to train. Right. There's some people don't know how to organize events, actually promote fighters. These are all discrete skill sets. They overlap, and they will overlap. People will have multiple skill sets, but it's not anything where you're going to know everything. So people that spend a lot of time talking about the details of like what's going on in the ring. A lot of times they won't know contracts. They may not know finance. So, all it is. And then if you know all that stuff, you may not know the history of boxing. Most times I talk to people and it's easy to make somebody look like they're casual if you know something that they don't know, and then you assume that everybody knows what you know. Fanon, you saying being in the same room with Roy Jones is crazy. What year was that? Being in the same room with Roy Jones? Whenever year it was that he fought John Ruiz. Probably, early 2000s. I was in a casino. He was a little dude, man. Fanon, try listening in response on your video you posted. Oh, try listening response. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you know what it is, man. Cats don't be listening. They just read the title and they run it. I think this dude must have been a fraud, bro. Yeah. Shakur said, Kentrell LaGrue said, Shakur must be scared of Edwin. Why do you say that? What would make you think that? Y'all must have forgotten. Hey, I ain't forget Roy. Drop that Al Haymon and PBC news. Nope. I did. I got a video coming up on it. Let me see something, man. I think that's just, hold on a second. They got multiple fight dates. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, let me go ahead and do it. Oh, no. This shit is actually on World Boxing News. That's crazy that they actually got some news. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Them dudes right there be doing some craziness. But this guy, Alan Dawson, dropped some good stuff. So let me give them their credit for having Alan Dawson. Alan Dawson is a legit dude. So he is a legit newsman. So let's go through it. Al Haymon returns ahead of Premier Boxing Champion schedule. Alan Dawson wrote that yesterday, and it's an 11-minute read. WBN broke the news on August 12th at Zoo. Let's get past that because Zoo is going to be fighting them. There are also anticipated, here you go, this is what we're looking for. There are anticipated returns of Gervonta Tank Davis, David Benavidez, and Errol Spence, and a December event that could feature a mishmash, not mismatch, mismatch. He may not have been, that guy should have said mishmash. Hodgepodge is probably better. A hodgepodge. Not a mishmash, a hodgepodge of guys who haven't boxed for the company yet this year. A PBC source with knowledge of the situation told us. There will be box office events. 2 to 3 dates will be on Prime S Video on Demand. One of our PBC insiders told us. I know this is what Steven Espinoza has to say. I know fans and observers have been really anxious for the pace to pick up. I'm happy to say that it's going to happen imminently. I think in the next couple of weeks, you'll see some announcements. And by the time we're looking at August, which is now, September and October, there will be regular cadence of events that are pay-per-view and non-pay-per-view. I try to preach patience with the fans and observers to say Showtime wasn't built in a day. It took 37 years. Expecting that level of activity. You know, everyone's going to be pleased when we amp up. I think he actually said this a while ago. One of those sources said Al Haymon's phones were off. His phones weren't off. So they basically talk about how Al Haymon was unavailable, and that kind of slowed down the pace of the fights. And then later down here, they talk about what fights they have coming up that we know. September 14th, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga for the super middleweight title. 3 of them, everything but the IBF, because Canelo got stripped from the IBF. But let me tell you, man, I've heard talks of pay-per-view prices at $90 a pay-per-view for Canelo Edgar Berlanga. I got some problems with that. Man, y'all Puerto Ricans are driving up the prices. Heather E. said, but you are a reliable source. Don't let guests come on here and make you look like you're doing a cart before the horse reporting because they don't know nothing. What do you mean, Heather E.? I'm not sure what you mean. What have I done? I'm just reading what the article is. Bird 101. This is what Alan Dawson is connected to the PBC. I know that he has relationship with the PBC. It's worth reporting what Alan Dawson is talking about. Maybe not WBN all the time. This guy, I'll take as it's worth reporting what he reported, because there's a significant chance that it's going to come out and be true. So I see you, Bird 101. So Saul Alvarez, Edgar Berlanga, super middleweight, that's already been announced. Bakram Murtazaliev, and Tim Tszyu, that's already been announced. November 2nd, Gervonta Davis returns. December to be announced is Errol Spence and Sebastian Fundora, super welterweight. And then TBD, Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios. This is the one that I really doubt. The Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios, because Manny Pacquiao looked terrible. But you know damn well that means Devin Haney ain't getting no Mario Barrios fight. Yeah, that price is crazy for that Canelo Alvarez fight. Man, no, that price is crazy. Phoenix the Assassin in the building said, crazy how Turkey gets praised for dumpster diving. Hey, man, it's the same act as took place before. It's the same act that took place before. He's got a, what is that? A Showtime fighter and 2 ESPN fighters on the zone. I don't think Shakur Stevenson nor Terence Crawford had people really, really, really wanting heavily to sign him. At least not the people who were with them before. But Jaron, I think people kind of wanted Jaron. Matchroom got something with Jaron, but I just don't see. They're going to have to work with. I mean, eventually they're all going to have to work with Al Haymon. Unless Al Haymon goes away, which I know y'all are praying for on a daily basis. I think this dude just conned me, man. But I didn't spend no money, so yeah, you know what I mean? Didn't spend no money. So Canelo Berlanga is $90, while Tank Martin was $75. Apparently, that price is outrageous. Rick Melendez, best channel on YouTube. Thank you, Rick Melendez. I'm trying. I am definitely giving it my best effort to be such. So look, let's click the link. Man, I got my AC down so cold. Oh, Richard Paris, my bad. Hey, Richard, thank you so much for your support in the Cash App. Let me read that real fast. He says, hey, I can't actually show you it there. So I'll put it up here. Note from Richard Paris said, just some support on this great Thursday. I'm seeing some great PBC card coming up to fill out the back end of the year. Yep, let's get it. And that's a huge $30 holler. Thank you, brother, for that big, gigantic $30 holler. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Canelo will crack 1 million pay-per-view buys again if he fights Benavidez, because the Latin American fan base alone. I don't know if he's going to do 1 million off of them alone, but they may get to 1 million, though. With that fight, they may. But, I don't think he cares. I don't think he wants that fight. Be very honest. I just don't think Canelo wants that. I think Canelo's kind of in a retirement. There's some bad modeling going on out here in the world. Canelo Alvarez is modeling poor behavior for these future superstars. And the blame is all given to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd didn't do this. Floyd didn't do this. Not this amount of picking and choosing. But at the same time, I don't think he really, at the prime of his career, I don't think he floated through that many weight classes. Canelo got like at least three weight classes of duck accusations. He got a coward spirit. Oh, wow, that's messed up. I even call that man a coward. That's rough. Tis rough. Tis rough. Tis rough statement that you make. Silk pajama babies. Give me 1 second. You know what it is. We got to take a little bit of break. So, but I wouldn't leave you alone. Oh, jeez. King, how can I help you?
Hey, good morning, Fanon. How you doing, Max?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well as well. Thank you. Hey, what's this Haymon versus Turki battle? Can you explain that a little bit?
I've already done that. You didn't listen?
I don't think there's a battle there at all. There's no battle. They're just trying to make the fights, big fights for the boxing fans. I don't think they're going against each other. Actually, Turki Al Sheikh is working with the PBC. And you should be hearing some good news coming out soon.
Really?
With Turki Al Sheikh and the PBC.
I could have sworn Turki Al Sheikh put a show on the same day as Canelo Alvarez.
That's a UFC card.
Right, the same day in the same town.
It's in the Spear. That's the only day they could book.
Day.
You know that new.
Where's the event?
You know that new arena, the Spear.
In where?
In
Where
Las
is
Vegas.
It? Where is the event?
Las Vegas.
Where is Canelo fighting?
Las Vegas.
They're both fighting in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but
they're both fighting
had the stuff planned out. Man.
Listen to me. They're both fighting the same day in the same city. A card that's sponsored by Turki Al Sheikh and a card that's organized by the PBC are going head to head in Las Vegas, and you don't think that is a battle?
I don't think you should count the UFC as a battle.
He's going head to head. Turkey. It doesn't say Turki Al Sheikh's boxing organization versus Al Haymon's boxing organization. It says Haymon versus Turki battle. And I'm telling you that Turki Al Sheikh knowingly is putting on an event in Las Vegas the same day.
Fanon, this was
as
before
Al Haymon, but you say that that's not you don't think that that's some type of conflict?
Turki Al Sheikh had this UFC fight planned out a long time ago, brother.
It's still a battle.
I mean, if that's what
and
you
what
want
do
to
you
call
mean?
it.
He decided to have a fight on Mexican Independence weekend in Mexico, and you don't think people knew who was fighting on that weekend? Canelo Alvarez has been fighting on that weekend for half a decade.
That's when they were able to book the Sphere.
Sir, that's when they were able to support. They got a Mexican card on a Mexican holiday. Hold on, man. Hold on, King.
You know that arena, the new arena that they built?
King, can you please just give me you understand perfectly well why I said battle. That's a battle, and you know it. So can you not act like you don't know that? And also, please don't act like we didn't know. I can tell you 2 years from now when Canelo Alvarez is going to fight. I can tell you 2 years from now when he's going to fight. He's going to fight the Saturday closest to Cinco de Mayo and the Saturday closest to Mexican Independence Day. I know, I can tell you, provided Canelo Alvarez is still fighting and he's still at a high level, that's when he's going to fight. I can look back over the last several years and tell you when he did fight. Now, he may slip in a December fight at the end of the year. Because what is that? October, November, December, 3 months. He may say, if it was really easy in September, I may turn around and come back and fight in December.
I get that, but you don't need to put Turki against the PBC or the PBC.
Turki put himself against the PBC when he had a fight on the same night. in the
But
same city.
but Turkey's also the guy that facilitated PBC fighters on a Riyadh season card. So I mean, I just don't know if you have reasonable enough information to say Turkey is
Sir,
going to.
there's a fight there's a fight on PBC card on September 14th in Vegas. And there is a Turki Al Sheikh fight in the card on the same night in the same city. That is a battle. That is well beyond reasonable for me to believe that that is a battle. That's what it actually is.
It may be more towards Canelo
There,
Alvarez than it
are
is.
they competing with each other?
It may be more towards Canelo Alvarez.
Sir,
Man.
it is an Al Haymon card.
It's a PBC card, right?
It's an Al Haymon card. Bro, why can't you just admit you're wrong?
What am I wrong? I was just inquiring
You know
about your title.
well that that's a battle, but you're just trying to make it not one. Then when you know it is one, you try to switch it up and be like, well, it's not a battle between those two.
Because you're trying to pin Turkey against PBC, but when PBC is
Canelo,
going to need...
No, Turkey pinned himself against the PBC.
And PBC is going to need Turkey here soon. So we'll see.
Dude, it's still a battle.
Okay. I mean, I get your point.
Thank you. So do you have anything other than you want to tell me other than you are right? And I'm sorry for bringing it up because I know you were right when I read it.
You were right, but there's reasons behind that. But you're still right. Yeah, you're right, but there's reasons behind it. By the way,
I'm still right.
Can you have the Phenomenal Show jump up on here one of these days if it's possible?
Noop is always welcome to jump up on here. I can definitely stand in his stead though. What you need?
No, because he be talking crazy in the chat.
He be talking.
You know, he talks crazy in the chat sometimes. Urban side of mine comes out sometimes, but it's all good though. Because I did grow up in the inner city.
He will whoop your ass. Now, let's get back to this. Is there anything else you want to be wrong about?
Hey, no.
Or are you done being wrong for the day?
I'll let you carry on your show because I was inquiring about, this Turkey and Gervonta, Turkey and PBC, Turkey and Canelo.
So you just said I was right. Don't try to switch it up.
I know, but there's a lot of Turkey and whatever going on here. So
there's a lot of Turkey and what going on?
A lot of Turkey and PBC fighters and videos and live streams. And so
This is a boxing channel, man. What do you think I'm going to do?
Nothing wrong with it. I was just curious about it. Like,
you're not curious. You listened. That's how you're talking to me because you're curious about some stuff you listen to. What are you curious about? You know full well why I'm talking about it. I'm not the only person talking about this. This is boxing. This is important to boxing, isn't it?
It is, and I appreciate you giving shedding a lot of light on Turkey and Riyadh season, and it gives everybody more exposure to it. So I appreciate that. At the end of the day, whether it's good or bad, you're talking about it.
Yeah, what do you consider bad? Like when you are dead fucking wrong about something I say, is that bad? So do I talk to you for good and bad too?
I mean, you don't have to be sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic. I'm asking a dead question dead honest question because you said for good or bad. So since I'm talking about it and I'm talking to you, I'm just curious about whether or not my conversations with you fall into for good or for bad.
I think sometimes
because it's an interesting situation because you say things, you accuse me of saying things that are not true, and then we come around and turn out and find that what I said is true. But yet you said it wasn't true, so it means you were pushing something that was false. So I let you come on here and push something false. So are you the good or am I the good?
The people
will
decide.
Good that I corrected you, or good that you, or good that you lied to begin with, or bad that you lied to begin with? You knew full well that Turki Al Sheikh is bad. He's trying to come into the United States and he's trying to take over boxing. You know full well he's trying to take over boxing.
The people can decide what's good and bad.
You know, but the people like you know full well he's trying to take over boxing.
He's trying to make
How
big
can you
fights. That's
take
what I
over
know.
boxing without competing with the other people in boxing?
He's trying to make the best fights, and that's all I know, Fanon. But
Is he?
you know,
Then why won't he
yes.
pay for? Why wouldn't he pay for? Why can't he make Jerron Ennis Terence Crawford?
Jerron Ennis and Terence Crawford. Is Jerron Ennis in the same weight class as Terence Crawford?
It's the best fight.
Who thinks it's the best fight? You? Because you like Jerron?
Yeah, yeah.
What has Jerron
Me,
done
I
to
do.
prove?
Yes, I do think it's. I do think so.
Fanon, what has Jerron done to prove that he's on the level of Terence Crawford, or he
You don't
deserves
have
to
to
fight
be
him?
on the level of. You don't have to be on the level of Terence Crawford to fight him.
Somewhere around there.
No, you don't, because David Avanesyan fought him. He's nowhere around there.
That was a tune-up for Arrow.
Dude, Madmarov, he did everything that Madmarov did for Madmarov to fight him. He was the IBF champion, just like Madmarov was the IBF champion. He got a belt that was dropped. Madmarov got a belt that was dropped by a champion in Jermell Charlo, just like Jerron got a belt that was dropped or taken from Terence Crawford. He did the same thing Madmarov did, with the exception of he's got 20 more wins. Oops.
Jerron Boots is not proven enough for me to deserve
He's more proven than David Avanesyan was, because David Avanesyan had already lost to Lamont Peterson.
I know who David Avanesyan lost to, but that was a tune-up for Arrow. What mattered in the end was undisputed.
It's still a fight for Terence.
Why would Terence Crawford go backwards and fight Jerron Boots Ennis? That would
It's
be
not going
backwards.
backwards because he didn't fight Terence Crawford. He didn't fight Jerron Ennis before. That's not backwards.
Going backwards meaning it's not going to do him no good. He's going to be going back to what he was used to. He's not going to
What do you
make
mean
the
it's
same
not
money.
going to do him any good? It's going to do him the same amount of good he just got from Madmarov.
For people like you who just want to see him lose in the chat,
What do you
guys
mean?
want
Who
him to
beat
fight Jerron
Madmarov?
Boots Ennis?
What do you mean beat Madmarov?
You guys want to see him fight Boots because you think Boots is the only person that could possibly beat him right now.
No, I can name several people that can beat Terence Crawford.
In or around the same weight division.
I'm just telling you, I can name several people that can beat him.
In and around the same weight division.
You want to strap that in and around the same weight class. I'm telling you, I know several people that can beat him.
And who's that?
And I'm not calling for him to beat him. I'm not saying I want to see the fight because I want to see him lose. I'm calling to see the fight because I want to see the fight.
Man, Terence Crawford would knock that man out. Jerron Boots.
Yeah, dude, you suck at this, man.
He would knock that man out cold. And then it's
You
going to be
suck at
another
this,
person.
dog.
Then it's going to be
way. I just walked you way out here, away from your usual stories that you tell, off into the land of real boxing talk, and you were drowning.
So next you're going to call for Lara. Go fight Lara. Go fight David Benavidez, huh?
Here's Landy Lara. I would love to see Terence Crawford fight Landy Lara. I would love it. If Landy Lara beats Danny Garcia, I think that's a great fight for Terence Crawford. I would like to see Terence Crawford fight Danny Garcia if Danny Garcia wins the fight.
Man, you know damn well.
What's wrong with that fight? I like those fights.
Buy you a pop later. No, I'm sorry. That was somebody outside. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to hold you up too long. It was a good conversation.
Yeah, you go back to your dude asking you to buy him a pop.
It was a homeless guy that I usually buy a pop for.
Yeah, it sounded like a mighty. He said, "Hey, buy me a pop."
It's a homeless guy that walks by here.
Yeah, homeless guy. You just gonna put him on blast like that? I know is a dude that asked you to buy him a pop.
Come on, man. Now you want to be all cute?
Nigga, I was born. First of all, I was born. That's just a natural state of being for me. I'm cute. What can I say? I had a cute mama. I have a cute mama.
Sure. Whatever you say, man.
Mm-hmm. You okay? So you going now? I'll talk to you later, man. Don't get robbed out there.
I'm going to jump.
What that man told you to do.
You know, I'm in the inner city, so you never know.
You in the inner city?
Yeah.
What's the address?
Why would I drop my address?
You can drop an address 2 blocks away. Give me an address 2 blocks away.
I'm gonna be in San Antonio in the next 2 weeks.
You're not gonna be in those. What you coming to San Antonio for?
San Antonio, Texas.
For what? I know it's the only San Antonio. San Antonio, what you coming to San Antonio for?
For the phenomenal show.
You're going to San Antonio to find the phenomenal show?
I'm just messing around. All right, bro. I gotta jump up out of here, though, bro.
Yeah, don't worry. He'll wait.
With that, I'm out.
You ain't got no peace in your soul, boy. I was just in Houston. He said, yeah, he funny, man. But now, what did you think about the fat fight? Oh, I didn't see it. For now, oh, you talking about the fight? I didn't get to see the fight with Jared Hurd and Jason Rosario. I know they're both cooked, so I didn't see the fight. Hey, going to San Antonio for the fat girls. Ooh, where they got the fat girls at in San Antonio? Man, San Antonio be having them things. People say there's no pretty women in San Antonio. That's not true. You just got to like Mexicans. Then they got a lot. Nobody from the hood says I'm from the inner city. For now, yeah, you dude, he's trying to, seriously, man, that boy's a fanboy. Don't mess with Texas Kang. I only know a few states to say pop. Oh, yeah. He's Midwest when they said pop. That's the Midwest. Yeah, he is in Detroit. That is something that they would probably say in Detroit because that's close enough to Chicago. Oh, and yeah, he says that in the South. Yeah. They say that in Chicago. Man, Charles Best because Charles Barkley likes white girls. That's all Charles Barkley likes is white girls. So there may not, maybe they don't have the premium white girls because that's what Charles Barkley's looking for. Charles Barkley ain't looking for no black women. But there ain't any. There's not a lot in San Antonio. It's not rich. It's not rich territory there. However, Mexicans, they got Mexicans for days in San Antonio. You can't tell me you can't find something you like. Oh, them Mexicans, you find somebody now. Charles likes them bunnies. Yeah, Charles likes them bunnies, dog. Now, the premium ones, there's a premium one in every city, man. That's what you get when you take over the world. They got top-notch ones everywhere. Every little ass, small ass towns nowhere got them. They just ain't chasing that dude around. Hey, King didn't know the topic. Throw him off. Hey, Big Dog Willie said, told you Turkey is making hard for tanking Canelo. Yeah. Premium Becky's everywhere. Yeah, there's a premium Becky everywhere. There's premium Becky's in every city. Every city, every county, every state of the United States, you got them now. They make sure they spread out. If there's too many anywhere, they'll just go take your town over and move in there. Must be the Canada side of Detroit. Is there a Canada side of Detroit? Anyway, here's this link. Man, I have not seen Barbara D. I am worried about Barbara D. I sent a note to Barbara D. I know Barbara D was kind of gone for a bit of time ago. But anyway, Barbara D. Yeah, hit that like button, please. Memes, what's up, man? But Charles Barkley married my neighbor in 1989. Maureen. Let's see. Maureen Blumhart. And still married? Oh, wow. He's still married too. Well, congratulations to them, man, being married that long. Good for her. Good for him. Her wife, his wife. Oh, his wife is tall. No, his wife is short. She's like 5'2". I used to play ball with Charles. Hey man, he's a monster, man. He's a monster, man. That was a super athlete right there, Charles Barkley. That man was a lot of trouble on that basketball court for sure. So underrated, man. These older fighters, these older boxers and older basketball players, just so underrated. And I think that's what causes most of the conversation with the younger folk who want to say their guys are better, because they get the excitement and the spontaneity of the people that they're watching in real time, but they didn't get to experience the spontaneity, the situation, the true environment of the people that fought before. So you don't really get a sense of the grandeur of it just by looking at tape. And tape just, I mean, in that sense, it doesn't age well. You know, tape doesn't age well. Boxing matches age better because you can, if as long as they play like the entrance of the boxing match and you can see the crowd and you can hear how crazy people are going. But it doesn't really do that with like highlight reels of boxing match, of basketball games. What up, Phoenix?
Yo. Wanted to touch on something.
Hey, I can hear you. I'll listen to you from a distance. I can hear you.
All right. Yeah, there's one thing that a lot of people ain't really thinking about in a potential Tank and Shakur matchup. One thing is, like, people have this assumption that because of what Coach Kenny said about if the fight goes 12 rounds, he done with boxing or whatever, and think that Tank is just banking on one big punch to knock out Shakur. And if that's the case, that Shakur is going to outbox him. Here's what people ain't thinking about. Tank don't even need a knockout to win, for one, because, you know, if you knock somebody down, that erases 2 rounds that they won. I mean, it's after 3 rounds. Even if Shakur won 2 rounds and Tank knocked him down in 1 round, it's back even. So Shakur then has to win 3 rounds to Tank's 1 to be ahead, whenever it comes to all that. So when Coach Kenny was saying that if Tank find himself in trouble, he still has his punching power that he can rely on. And, you know, that can be one thing to get him out of trouble. At the same time, it's not even a guarantee that he would be in trouble in the first place. Because like I said, if Shakur goes down, then that's going to hurt him on the scorecards. And Tank can still win a decision like that if he knocks him down. And plus he's winning other rounds too where there might not be a knockdown. Oh yeah, Shakur can definitely lose that way. A lot of people are thinking that it has to be if it's going the distance, Shakur is going to win because he's perceived to be the better boxer. But that's just not the case, because Shakur has fought the exact same way in all of his fights. Even in the fights where he managed to get somebody hurt or knock them down, you know, it always starts off the same. It's always that 1-2, try to stay at a distance. 1-2, try to stay at a distance. Same thing as Devin. And all that disengaging to not go ahead and stay there in the pocket. So, like, looking at this, Shakur's most realistic way to beat Tank is to be 100% perfect. Nobody is 100% perfect. Even Floyd Mayweather got touched at times, and Floyd Mayweather is leagues better than Shakur. Shakur ain't nowhere close to Floyd. Like, you look at Floyd's fight against Carlos Hernandez, that was a brawl. That was a slugfest. It was Floyd's 26th fight. That was that one fight where he had caught dude on top of the head and broke his hand. So, like, his glove touched the canvas, so he got a knockdown. Floyd ended up hurting both hands in that fight and was still toughing it out, slugging with him, even switched southpaw to have his right hand in front because his left hand was the one he had hurt at first. And still was out there, basically toe to toe with Carlos Hernandez. We don't see stuff like that from Shakur because Shakur don't really have it in him to dig deep like that. And he hasn't been in a situation where he's had to dig deep like that. He hasn't been in a situation where it seemed like he was behind on the scorecards. I mean, the closest you could say for Tank is the Barrios fight when they told him, when Floyd told him he was behind on the unofficial card. Not that he was behind on the official ones, but the unofficial. And so, Tank turned up the pace because it was a situation where it's like, okay, I got to, turn things up and make sure I don't leave it to the judges, right? Shakur had never been in a situation where he's really had to dig deep and pull something out that he could use to come back, and we've seen it even though Devin got his ass whooped by Ryan, we've still seen that he was getting up and still trying to fight. We haven't seen Shakur do that yet. So here's the thing, like, what's Shakur going to do when he gets in that type of situation? Because we've seen that, just feeling what De Los Santos could throw at him was enough to make Shakur not really want to throw nothing for the rest of the fight. He was very selective about his shot process. And a situation like this with Tank, if it comes to exchanges, well, clean, effective punching. Judges are going to be like, subconsciously there's that little bias like, hey, Tank's the power puncher. He's obviously landing the harder shots. His shots are obviously more effective than Shakur's. And, it could be a situation where, it's like Canelo and Lara. Even though Lara was winning, at least in my opinion and the opinion of many other people, was saying that, okay, Canelo's harder shots and body work was what did it for him. Not that Shakur's on Lara's level either, because no way. But I don't, like I said, I don't see it. I still think that whether Tank gets a knockout or not against Shakur, he can still beat him just because of all the things that Shakur has to worry about as far as the scoring. Because if Tank is catching him with shots, even if he's not getting the knockdown, people is going to see his shots because Tank is the most accurate power puncher, and he's going to be landing clean. Judges will score for that. So Shakur.
Hey, can you address this? I'll be right back. Fahim Cesaro said, wait a minute. It's a bad thing that he's been dominating all his fights. This ninja, I think he's talking to you.
Nah. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. What I'm saying is this. How is Shakur going to react in a situation? All right. It's like, how is Shakur going to react in a situation he ain't been in before? There's fighters who can handle stuff like that and fighters who can't. And with the way that we've seen Shakur handle, just feeling a powerful shot. The fact that he said he was worried about Harutyunyan's power, and Harutyunyan is a guy who's got like a 60-something% knockout rate. And then we've seen what happened with De Los Santos, and he didn't even want to engage. So how is Shakur going to react when he's in a situation where he manages to get caught and gets hurt? Because he's going up against the most accurate power puncher in boxing right now. And at the same time, he's going to be getting hit with stuff that he ain't been hit with before, because he's not a guy who's 100% perfect. Nobody is in that ring. And like I said before, even Floyd Mayweather wasn't 100% perfect in the ring whenever it came to defense. He was still getting caught by some shots, right? So when you factor that in, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Shakur has been dominant in his fights. At the same time, like, look who he's been dominant against. The people you could talk about 126 and 130 all you want, but he's not at those weight classes anymore. He's at 135 right now. So 135 is what I'm focusing on. Apart from Yoshino, what fight at 135 so far Shakur had that you could say any of those opponents is close to Tank's level? And at the same time, the fact that he's going after Joe Cordina when they got 12 other people ahead of Joe Cordina that Shakur could have fought, that's on the WBC's ranking list. Zepeda apparently wants to push the fight back to February. But apart from Zepeda, they still had Edwin De Los Santos. That's obviously the number one that people was thinking about since Shakur was blaming his performance on his busted hand. And apart from De Los Santos and Zepeda, that still leaves 10 other people on the WBC rankings. Now, I don't know all the names off the top of my head, but that's still 10 other people ahead of Joe Cordina. And Joe Cordina, like I said before, just got knocked out at 130 by a guy with 7 knockouts in over 20 fights. So if Shakur can't look good against him or at least get a knockdown, it's like, or if that fight looks to be competitive in any way, like I don't want to hear nobody talk about him and Tank because I've seen Joe Cordina fight. He ain't nowhere near close to Tank as far as speed. Damn sure not no way in punching power.
You got a good point, man. I think you got a good point, man. You holding his domination against him.
No. I'm not holding his domination against him. I'm saying like
just because you haven't seen him in the situation before doesn't mean that he won't know how to deal with it.
Here's a better way to say it. Here's a better way for me to say it.
You haven't seen Gervonta Davis getting beat up and dominated either.
We've seen him get touched, and we've seen times when people thought he got hurt, but here's a better way to say it. Yeah, Shakur can sure kick ass with arithmetic. But how's he gonna handle calculus?
He may wind up dominating the calculus class.
Instead of trying to go to calculus or even geometry, he went back to regular addition is what he's doing right now. That's what Joe Cordina is. Just regular addition. He ain't even trying to do algebra. Like, come on now. That's what I'm saying.
Dog. God dang, I got this fly.
Hey, he did it to himself. All he had to do was try to use that y equals mx plus b, or use the quadratic equation, and this dude is going back to 1 + 1. He ain't trying to step it up. That's the problem with Shakur. Like, for as much as he talk and as much as he want to say Tank, pick and choose easy fights to try to make himself look good, if this ain't the easiest fight that Shakur could have taken at this point to try to make himself look good. Like, his last 2 opponents is coming off losses. Haratunian had just lost to Frank Martin, who Shakur criticized Tank for fighting. And at least Frank Martin was able to knock down Haratunian. Shakur ain't did nothing. And Shakur wanted to criticize Tank for that fight. And now, not only that, Joe Cordina, come on. You can't be supporting Shakur for doing stuff like that.
Yes,
hell no.
Yes, I can.
Nah. If people can support Devin, I guess they can support that. If people can support Devin. And right now, man, I used to think Shakur might beat Devin. Now I'm torn on that. I think it's 50-50 now. Because I used to think Shakur, was really going to do Shakur and Devin. Because they ain't gonna they ain't gonna hurt each other. They ain't gonna hurt each other. Hey, that literally be a pillow fight right there. and they're gonna be on that undercard. Hey, they're gonna be on like I said, the Contender season finale. Because ain't no promoter putting up the money for them. Shoot, unless Beat It, he can work some of his magic, but I don't know. If he kicks that booger sugar, maybe he might have some money saved to go ahead and sponsor a fight for him, but who knows?
All right. Phoenix, you just been, you ain't quite as bad as hating ass Franz Kafka, but you out there in the general vicinity.
Shakur like that one mess you want to sweep under the rug, but it's too big because it'll leave a bump under the rug and people will know. So that you're torn between what to do with it. Like, you want to get rid of it, but don't know how. Like, man, I said, I used to think that things was cool, but then I seen De Los Santos, gave him benefit of the doubt about the busted hand, and then Haratunian, and it's like, so I'm like, man, Shakur, like he been talking about Killer Kerr coming out for the past year. I'm ready to see what he's about to be killing because it don't even look like he's killing the heavy bags at this point. So like man, like what's going on? What's going on with him? Because if he keep on talking about people he's fighting, people want to talk about the tune up. He don't need a tune up. He fought this year. That's the thing. So like, man, come on, Shakur. If don't be talking about Killer Kerr chasing greatness when he doing all this. That's the problem.
All right,
But
man.
yeah, man, go ahead and hop off. So, part of me kind of hopes Shakur don't get no knockdowns or nothing at all in that fight, just so I can rub it in his face a little more. Like,
Damn, you keep jumping on and on, man. Damn, this
that was
blunt.
all good, man.
All right, man.
I'll
Well,
catch up with you later.
Thank you, Phoenix. Peace. Yeah, that's a fun conversation. Y'all only like Shakur because he was getting in the way of Thanos' tank. Oh my God, what is this? Freaking Fire, where you been at, man? I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't seen you, Freaking Flyer. I ain't seen you in a while, man. No, I got a note from Jaquan, but I didn't get it. I had never gotten a mail. Anyway, it's really them. I just got a note sent from him. It's weird. Weird stuff. Who makes the most adjustments out of the two, Tank or Shakur? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you count that? How do you count their adjustments? I would probably say Gervonta. I've seen Gervonta fight in the most styles. I've seen him change what he's doing against people the most, more so than Shakur. Shakur has seemed, in my estimation, to be highly systematic, but he's fighting at a level that's just, Big Dog Willie said the hate for Shakur is on the same level on Steven hating on Django. Tack maniacs need to chill before Turkey take all Tank's potential opponents for real. It is a little bit much, man, but we only got two. And everybody needs it. Ringside with LCD said not buying it for Shakur always apologizes for not looking good against fighting would-be scrubs. He ain't show no smoke or dog, but I'm supposed to believe he got smoke for Tank. I don't think he has a punch. I don't think he has a puncher's chance. No, he doesn't have a puncher's chance. I don't think Shakur has a puncher's chance. He got a boxer's chance. He got a boxer's chance. He ain't got no puncher's chance. He ain't gonna hurt that now. He ain't gonna hurt him now. Yeah, I said he's got a boxer's chance. I'm not gonna say. Yeah, King needs attention. Yeah, it does. Hey, I see you, Mitch. Thank you so much, Ringside with LCD. That's huge. Thank you so much for that support, man, in the chat, man. Ain't no joke. That's big. Thank you. Man, Shakur said F the fans, and he's fighting the worst guy he could have chosen. Yeah, it's about as bad as it could get. All three of these are as bad as they could get. Well, I don't know. Terence Crawford's not as bad as it could get. Let me take that back. Terence doesn't fit that. The next fight is going to be interesting to see whether or not who he's going to fight if it's not Boots. Boots is the best realistic fight for Terence Crawford. And he could move up and fight for that IBF belt. What's the odds of King buying that pop? 100%. He had to rush off to make sure he went and bought that pop. What homeless person is asking you to buy you a pop? You just give me some money. Phoenix the Assassin. Y'all want to talk? Tell me what I said that ain't true. Yeah, here you go. Little dude out here getting bullied. Yeah, that's foul. Yeah, that's foul, man. Like, nah, dog, I ain't buying no soda. Yeah, he sounded scared. Yeah, that was kind of wild, man. That was just kind of a wild situation all the way around. But it's all fun. It's all good, man. I like King. I know he's racist, but I like him. You know, I know he's racist. I know he's on that nonsense, but you know, it's an affliction many people have. Some more than others. Brian Norman Jr. turned down the Boots fights. Boots said the offer was sent a couple days ago. Yeah, but they said that the offer was not a substantial offer for the fight. He said it was. They said it was not a substantial offer for the fight. So people associated with it believe that he really just sent it just to that Eddie Hearn just sent it to appease Jaron Ennis. Jameson Schroeder said, "Is it weird that I honestly don't believe King is a real person?" No, that's not. That's not weird because I mean, in many senses, he's not a real person. That's not really his name. He doesn't really tell you how he feels. His purpose for being here is very unclear. So, no, I don't think there's anything very real about him. He's not even telling you what he really thinks. So he's hiding behind as many masks as you would, more masks than that, than the average bear does. He comes into black spaces to cause chaos. Dude's a clown. Yeah, pretty much, man. I can see G-Man sitting on Glazer's shoulder like a parrot or on his lap like a puppet. Or on his lap like a puppet. I'd rather see Speedy Rashidi Ellis than Karen Kukadashian. Shit, it may be the same thing. It may wind up. I was gonna say sitting on his lap like a doll, but I thought that may be over the top. Yeah, King. I don't know who's more argumentative, King or Boxing Hacker. Boxing Hacker is probably the number one. It's the number one most argumentative of everybody. Rashidi already turned down Boots and fought Villa for less money. Ooh, and he got beat up by Villa. I thought he got robbed. I did think he won that fight versus Villa, though. Ooh, but that slaughter of Romy Villa by Jaron Ennis. Can we please get him back in this? Can we please get Jaron back in the ring against somebody I want to see him fight? Whoa, that's just pouring water on him with that nonsense fight that's coming up. It's a terrible fight. So unhappy about that fight. I am so unhappy about that fight. Big Dog Willie, what up, man?
What's happening, man?
I'm chilling, man. I gotta block somebody, man. Hold on, let me block somebody for lying. What's on your mind, Big Dog Willie?
Oh, no, I just wanted to just tell you what I meant by Turkey's block. Not really blocking, but he's kind of teaching Tank and Canelo kind of a lesson, but he's doing it to take over the sport. But I see now that Shakur's taking a crappy ass fight, but he's probably getting the biggest payday of his life for a fight. It's number two. Was it like the undercard of? It's the undercard fight, but you probably can get like $5 million for that fight. And if you're gonna sit there and wait for Tank, huh?
He's gonna get a lot of money.
Yeah,
probably.
if you're gonna sit there and wait for Tank to give you a contract whenever he wants to get a contract, I'll be the same way. I'll be like, well, give me $5 million to fight a nobody on the undercard. Who cares? I'm gonna give my $5 million for it. That's an easy payday. Why not? Why would you have to sit there and wait for Tank? I mean, what's Tank doing now? Have you offer anybody else a contract except for Loma?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, if that's what I'm saying, people try and blame Shakur for this situation, but you can't really blame anybody. You can't blame Tank. You can't blame Shakur. I mean, Shakur has to go on with his career. He's right about that. And to be honest with you, he still wants a $5 million for a no-name opponent that's he's probably gonna whoop your ass. Why not do it? Be honest with you, people talking about the quality. Dude's no good. We know that. We don't know really anything about, but he's not good. We all know that. But you get $5 million over how much? Just to sit there and be on the undercard and make some money. Instead of waiting for Tank to figure out if he wants to fight him and this date and that date and how he wants to fight him. Nah. I mean, if he really cared, he wouldn't fight in Saudi Arabia, you know? So
yeah.
Yeah, he's right. He said, fuck the fans. And I know what he mean by that. He's like, why should I sit there and wait for this dude? Fuck the fans. I'll just fight a bum on my own court and make $5 million.
That's what he about to do.
Yeah, I know. That's what he's doing. And that's the only way you can really explain it. But that's all I wanted to say. And I mean, I think, like I said, Tank and Canelo needs to realize that this man's coming for their, like, as long as they pick and choose like they've been doing, Turkey's going to take their opponent and be like, hey, fight somebody crappy and I'll give you twice as much as you made before. He might do that to Benavidez. You don't know, but he might do that to somebody else.
True, no doubt.
But anyway, I'm out of here. I just want to say that real quick.
All right, man. We'll get back with you, sir. Thank you so much, Big Dog. All right, man. Get back. I like that. Yeah, I think people are being unfair to Shakur, but it does look that's a trash ass fight. That is. Hey, Jameson Childers said King GPT back in the building. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this crazy. We're just having crazy communications. We'll work this thing out with those guys. Because Jaquan did message me, but I didn't see it because I'm not used to. I've never gotten a message from him before, and the guy that I was talking to didn't respond to me today, but somebody else did. So it's just weird. It's funny. But we'll work it out. You said true, no doubt. Like they say it to my wife when she says something, and I'm thinking, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No. I was with him. I was honestly, man, I was perplexed by something else that was going on, man. So I might not have heard all the way. Brother Turkey ain't taking no opponent. Talking no opponent. He is using fighters for other promotions. Tank and Canelo always got options. That's true. Like he said he was going to do, teaching Tank and Canelo a lesson. Hold on. Phenomenal show. If I missed that, that's my bad. I got to go back and listen. If he said that Shakur is teaching Tank and Canelo a lesson, is that for real? Did I miss that? Mike from Queens said Tank team sent the contract. Shakur team claims they're not financially ready. Hey, well, it may be true. I think it's going to happen. I actually think that him getting a couple fights and knowing get a couple stay busy fights. Let's keep it pushing, man. But hey, at least, you know, man, Errol Spence don't do this. Errol say, nah, bro, I'm not doing all of that. What? Hey, I can't Mitch Demis fit. I can't respond to a note that's long in the middle of a live stream. Just gonna tell you, I won't be able to read that for a while. Rollerboy 6968 said, shout out, big dog. I ain't been around in a couple of days to watch. Shout out to you, sir. Now, I do agree, Fahim, that Shakur is taking a page out of Bud's book. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I don't know where they got the not financially ready. I have no idea where you get this from. Oh, man. Hold on a second. Yes, sir. Okay. Lamar Jones, can I see your face for a second? Okay. You can do. You don't have to. You're showing me your ceiling, though. Lamar Jones, how can I help you?
Hey, what's going on, Fernando? How you doing?
I'm well, man.
Good. I had a question. Did the purse get announced already for Shakur in this next fight? This $5 million?
No.
Okay, all right. I just wondering because I hadn't heard it, so I don't know why we're throwing out a $5 million narrative as if
because people are saying that he's going to get at least $5 million because it's reasonable. Because he's getting he turned down $3 million a fight to re-sign with $3 million a fight to sign with Bob Arum. So he was getting $3 million. He got offered $3 million. He wanted more than that. So $4 or $5 million is reasonable.
I don't think everything Shakur does or says is reasonable. That's just my opinion. But if
you don't think everything or any, but we're not saying Shakur said this. We're saying that this is a reasonable amount of money to assume
I get that.
$5 million.
I get that. So the only reason I say that is because if the purse was revealed as to what, now I'm just talking about the purse. I'm not saying about behind the scenes deal between Turki and Bud. But if they revealed that Bud only received 2.5 for his purse, me personally, I find it unreasonable that Turki would give his guy, which is Bud, less than he's willing to offer for Shakur for an undercard fight. And that's just me. That's just kind of how I see it. Now, again, Bud could have got something to say, hey, we'll post this that it was 2.5 for your purse, but hey, I'm going to give you more under tax per whatever, however that works. But I just don't see a world where Turki, and Bud is his guy, would give Shakur more than 2.5 for his purse if Bud didn't get 5 to fight Artuma or whatever his name is.
Yeah, because you're not the purse, the $2.5 million. Terence Crawford probably got a lot more than that. That's just what was on the purse. That's just was on the disclosure that they gave to the state of California. But when the report came out from Dan Rayfield, he said that several of the fighters were getting a lot more money than was listed. So I don't think Terence Crawford really only fought for $2.5 million.
Okay. All right. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Terence probably did get paid a lot more. Yeah, for whatever reason, Malachi Allen says tax reasons. I don't know, but I trust that he got paid a lot more than that. $2.5 million to do all that, I doubt that very much. When Shakur Stevenson, got offered $3 million. So no. I think Turki Al is paying good money. It's the ridiculous amounts of money that I got a problem with. The ones that have like no financial justification whatsoever. Right? That's the stuff that's like, what? Like he's losing. I think he said he lost like 120 million, but he's lost a lot more than 120 million dollars doing that. Paying some of the fees that these guys are saying that he's paying. But anyway, I'll take a couple more callers and I'm gonna head out. Main reason is because there's a fly in this room, and I feel like I really need a fly swatter because this thing is driving me nuts. Shakur fighting Joe, trying to pad his stats, knockout. I don't think he's trying to fight the dude. I think that's the fight that was offered to him. You need an electric swatter? What is that? I never heard of an electric swatter before. Hey, thank you, D. Hey, man, thank you, sir. I'm going to go get an actual one in a second. This thing keeps landing on my head, man. Hey, thank you, DH. Said blessings for now. Great show. Team Spence, Team Tank. Yes, sir. Thank you for that support, man. Boxing Hacker, I'm timing you out until you come up here, man. You got to stop. You got to stop distracting. You do this every day, bro. You just dominate the conversation in the chat. Bro, you got to support the chat, man. You got to click the link or something. You got to slow down off all of that. All that jibber jabber. All that jibber jabber you're doing. Woo-hoo, excuse me. QM, I got to see your face before I let you up. Okay, I see you.
What's going on?
How can I help you?
Yes, sir. I got a question about Shakur Stevenson. His next fighter coming up. Got off of a loss and then gets to be able to fight for a championship. Shakur gotta knock dude out. I mean, that's the only reason why he's fighting him, right?
The only reason he's not fighting him is to get a knockout?
That gotta be it, right?
No, I think it's the only. I think he may be one of the only guys that wanted to fight Shakur.
Oh,
I mean, other than Gervonta, I'm gonna leave Gervonta out of that. But he was supposed to try to. He was trying to fight Zepeda, and Zepeda wouldn't take the fight. Or at least that's what they say. And so now he's, fighting this garbage ass fight.
But damn, you couldn't get somebody better than that.
I mean, I have to believe they could have, but they didn't.
Okay.
It's hard to believe they couldn't, but
right. All right, and got one about Gervonta. You say he was gonna. I saw your last video. You say he might be fighting 140, but it's not confirmed yet.
Right.
And a couple of weeks back, I was on here. You saying that there's no way Gervonta can be a 140 champion or undisputed champion at 140, right? You
I didn't say there was no way. I didn't say there was no way. I thought, I just don't think that I didn't hear that he was going to 140. I said that there's no way he's going to be up at 147. He's already won a belt at 140, and he's already beaten at least one champion that's at 140 already beat him. So,
I think
I'm sorry. Who did he beat?
He beat
he beat Mario Barrios. Yeah, he beat Mario Barrios, who's a champion there. Then he had beaten Isaac Cruz, who was a champion there, who lost, but he had already lost. So, yeah, but you get my point, man. Yeah, I believe that, if he wanted to go to 140 and beat all those guys, I think he could. I just don't think he is a 140 pounder. I think he's a lightweight. He's a small guy.
Yeah, and all right, well, here's what I think. If I could say, if I want, I would like Tank Davis. He already knocked out 135 pretty much. Ain't nobody will want to fight him, or no one's even in his competition. He needs to go to 140 and just take every single belt from those champions that have it up there. That's what, and then see what you can go from there. Because I mean, hell, even Pacquiao started at 108, went all the way up to 154, and then pretty much fought at 147 his whole career, right?
That Manny Pacquiao fought at 147 his whole career.
What was his like natural weight? Not natural.
Manny
What was his fighting?
Pacquiao.
Yeah, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. I mean, I think Manny Pacquiao. It depends on. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. But Manny Pacquiao, most of his fights really is like 130 pounder and above. I know that he had originally he did fight at like way down at like 108, but I think at the time he did it, he was like 15 or 16. And then he fought in some weight classes also at like, I forget what weight class, but he's got a couple little itty bitty weight classes up in there. But yeah, but you're saying, but Manny Pacquiao and those fights at 147 and above, I mean,
I ain't saying he gotta go up to 147 because I get it. He's a small dude, so you know.
He's a lot smaller than Manny Pacquiao is.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, absolutely. He's smaller than Manny Pacquiao is.
When he was fighting Ryan Garcia, he didn't look that small though. Tank Davis ain't look that small when he was fighting Ryan Garcia. He looked stocky. You know what I'm saying? Look like a
man. He weighed in at 100 and he weighed in at 132. I think he weighed in at 133 pounds for his last fight.
Damn.
I'm sure. I think at 135. I think he weighed in. I mean, I could check, but I'm pretty sure he was at least a pound under in his last fight at lightweight.
For greatness, I think Tank Davis is gonna have to knock out 140, get every belt he could possibly get at this point.
He already got greatness. Why you say you need to do that to get greatness? He's already got that.
Like Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali.
He's a 134.
Floyd Mayweather greatness is what I'm saying. I know he has greatness. That's facts. But I'm saying like to be like considered, all right, dude is top 5, top 10 of all time. He got to get those belts and knock out those champions, and he could do it. You know, start with the lowest, the weakest champion, and then work your way up to the highest, or start wherever. But he got to get those championships up at 140, because no one's gonna fight him at 135. Shakur ain't gonna fight him. He's gonna stall him out, wait, and then he's gonna fight him. You know. Probably in like 2 years or something, but
man, I think Shakur gonna fight that dude for that money as soon as he feel like he got an offer and can get that money. That's the biggest. That's Shakur. Gervonta's people ain't trying to not fight Gervonta. I don't buy that because Gervonta Davis is where the money is. I do think Shakur wasn't gonna get that fight next, and he went off and did something again. He's got a garbage ass fight coming up, but I mean, I don't think Gervonta, as long as those guys are willing to go over there and the money works, Gervonta should be able to get the fights that he wants to get. And whether or not he's going to be the greatest fighter ever or not, I mean, I don't think that should be like the motivation. I mean, he's a champion at 135. He's been a champion at 130, champion at 135. He's well on his way to a Hall of Fame career. He doesn't have to go up there he doesn't have to go up there to do that. There's all kind of fighters throughout the history of boxing that didn't do that. That stayed around the weight classes that they started at. You know?
Who else other than Shakur, who else is there at 135? Is what I'm saying.
I mean, if you consider Shakur Stevenson to be somebody, then there's a bunch of people. Because you got Lomachenko there, you got Keyshawn Davis there, you've got pretty much anybody that Gervonta Davis wants to fight there because it's Gervonta.
All right.
But I mean, at 140, like, does Puello sound any better than Puello sound like it's spectacular or something? I know that
is Puello a champion? Is he?
Puello's a champion. Puello's the WBC champion.
He needs to take his belt. If he not, don't matter. Take these belts, rack up the belts, and so no one can say nothing. Like, hey, dude.
Man, people are always gonna say something, man.
Oh, well, what I mean is like, dude is undisputed in 140, 135. You got people running away from him and stuff like that. And one more thing before I did, Turkish Alici. I can't even pronounce the name, but here's what I don't like. I get what he's trying to do, and I do like the way he's trying to move. But what I mean is like make it more of like boxing like the UFC. The best gotta fight the best. It's just that he's not doing it right for some reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like boxing has always been an independent thing. I get it. But as fans, we want to see the best fight the best. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
Turkish could have pulled that off, I wouldn't have been mad. But it seemed like he can't really pull that off for whatever reason.
Well, we'll see as it continues to go. He just started. He may prove me wrong and get it done. And hey, man, if we get the fights, we get the fight. That's a good thing for everybody. But thank you, QM. Let me
Yes,
let you go,
sir.
man. I gotta get a couple of super chats to do. Then I gotta head out of here.
Uh,
All right, man. Have a good day, man. Thank you, QM. And this dang fly. Big Doug Willie said Eddie Hearn picks his homegrown fighter for Shakur. Keep the money in house. Why get a PBC fighter a break with? It's business, easy payday. Now, yeah, that's true because it's an in-house fighter, and he's available. That's why he picked that fight, because it's an in-house fight and it's available. Cordita isn't a big name, and his promoter won't have to worry about his market value dropping for being in a crap fight with Shakur. That's why. Very solid argument from PBC Assassin as well. And Alan Sostan says Shakur already ain't been ready now, never will be when he's fighting smaller guys that got KO'd. Can't wait till Turkey money run out, and Shakur has to rely on fans that he don't care about. You know what, Alan Sostan? It really is something about not having to rely on the boxing fans to buy your tickets. And what is happening? You're getting these type of fights. All I know is the PBC will never be able to get away with this. No chance. But look, thank y'all so much for everybody coming by today. Y'all have a wonderful day. I would stay on longer, but no joke. This damn fly floating around my head has got to go. You know what I mean? But we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.